Hey, I'm Jeremy with Push Leads, and I help small businesses get more leads without struggle or frustration. And what I want to do in this little video is just show you what Search Console is and show you how you can find new search phrases that you can show up in Google using Search Console. So the first thing is, let me just explain what Search Console is. Search Console is essentially a tool that Google uses to tell you to track what's going on in your website, but primarily track how people are finding you in Google. So if you have a new business or an existing business, or you've got someone working for you doing SEO, they're probably using this tool. And this tool essentially just is great for discovering how people are finding you. Now, you may have heard of this tool, which is called Google Analytics. And, this tool really kind of shows people shows you what's happening on your site, where people are going, somewhat how they're finding you, but where they're going when they're on your site. And it's called Google Analytics. And you can just sign in to Google Analytics, that kind of thing from there. But in this situation, we're talking about Search Console. So to get to Search Console, just type Search Console and type Search Console tools and start now. And if you haven't created Search Console before, you'll need to add a Search Console property, but we're not going to cover that in this little video. So what I'm showing you right now is what's happening with one of my current clients. So these guys do bathroom renovation, primarily in the Asheville area. And so they're 2-day bath and shower. So if you are looking for bathroom renovation and you're in the Asheville area, these guys are great. They'll essentially renovate your whole bathroom in a period of 2 days or so. And so they're paying me to do SEO to get them to the top of Google for bathroom renovation and things like that. So what I wanted to do is show you kind of what their Search Console looks like. So within Search Console, once you log in, you'll need to select a property on the left-hand side if you have multiple properties in here. If you already have one property, you'll just need to go ahead and click it. And generally, the first thing I do is under Overview. This kind of shows you where the clicks are coming from, how people are finding you in Google. This is showing you how many pages are showing up in Google and kind of what the experience is, things like that. But really what I want to take your attention to is the Performance tab. This is how to find out essentially what are people searching when they find you. And what we're doing is we're clicking on Compare. And instead of doing like 3 or 6 months, we're just comparing the last 28 days to the previous period. So that's going to be comparing this month versus last month. So as of the time of this recording, around January of 2025, Happy New Year, we have 99 clicks in the last 28 days. And we had 69 clicks in December-ish, right? So that's kind of what this means is we had 99 clicks this month, and we're showing up for a total of 2,700 impressions. Impressions are when someone sees you in Google, but doesn't necessarily click on your website. The average CTR, or average click-through rate, is essentially 4%. So how many people of your impressions are actually 0.4%? So how many people are actually clicking to your website when they search for you? And then the average position. Honestly, the thing I really pay attention to is really just how many clicks you're getting this month versus last month. Now, before I continue, I want to explain something. Google does not like to tell you where data comes from. Don't you love Google? I mean, we love it. We hate it. It's a love-hate relationship. But Google doesn't tell you where most of these clicks are actually coming from. They are tracking how many clicks that are happening, and they know where all the clicks are coming from. But you actually can see the data of when people were searching for something and they found you. You can see that maybe like 1% of the time, 10% of the time, not very much. So let's continue. And the next thing we're looking for here is we're going to scroll down and find out what exactly the searches were when people were finding you. And so in this case, I'm looking at the top queries, or these are searches in Google. So I can see that there were 17 clicks on their name, 2-day bath and shower. And then there were 17 clicks this month, and then there was 14 last month. And then bathroom remodel, we had 3 clicks this month, 0 last month. Bathroom remodel Asheville, 3 clicks versus 0 last month. So I can scroll down here and see exactly where the clicks are coming from. And again, not exactly all of them, maybe like 10, maybe 20% of them can you actually see where they're coming from? So if I add up these numbers here, this is probably maybe 30 clicks or so of the 99, right? So a lot of times what we have to do is infer, use our superpowers of intuition to find out where the clicks are coming from based on where they are in Google. So I can scroll down and show you more, but as you see, as I scroll down, I'm going to get down to the zeros here. So we don't know, it's saying 0 for bathroom renovation services, but I guarantee you if this search is at the top of Google, it had some clicks. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll back up. We're going to click on export, download Excel. And what this is going to do is download a spreadsheet of all the searches in the last month. So I'm going to open up this Excel spreadsheet, and I'm kind of a geek as far as when we're talking about Excel. So what I'm going to do is sort it a little bit. Okay, so all I really did was just kind of put a filter on here and then sorted by 0 from essentially from smallest to largest. And then when I expand this out, I can see exactly what the search is. And let me just show you some details here. We can zoom in on this. In case you're on a phone looking at this video, you might want to see a larger spreadsheet, right? We all love larger spreadsheets. Okay, so this is a term here. I'm going to highlight this. Bathroom remodel showrooms near me. So this particular term, now they don't really have a showroom, but just for example, for this example, I'm going to show you kind of what I'm looking at here. So this is the search in Google. Column A are the searches. This is how many clicks happened this month versus last month. This is how many impressions. And then this is where it is in Google. So last month it was 0, which means it wasn't showing up somewhere on the first 10 pages of Google. And really nothing really matters after the first page, but us SEO geeks like to look at up to the first 10 pages of Google. And so we can see here that 0 means it wasn't showing up at all in the first 10 pages of Google. And then 1 means that it showed up at the top of Google in Arden, North Carolina, where these guys are based out of, probably in a 2-mile radius or so of Arden. So if you were in a 2-mile radius of Arden and you were searching for this, then you would find these guys. So it's great to know that this is a term, but in order to find out where we are in Google, we have to take this data into a tool like SEMrush, which SEMrush tells us where exactly we are in all of the city of Arden or the nearby cities of Asheville or wherever you're based out of. So what I'm going to do is just go down this list and highlight terms that I think are important for this client. Okay, so what I've done is I've highlighted about 10 or 15 different terms, including the remodeled bathroom shower, bathroom improvements near me, bathroom renovations. And if you look here, some of these terms, a lot of these terms were 0, like fast bathroom remodel. Last month wasn't showing up in Google, and now it's at the top. Bathroom construction was, in this case, was near the top, position 4, and that moved up to position 3. Bathroom reconstruction was in the middle of Google's second page. Remember, there's 10 positions on a page, and now it's at the top of Google's first page. So go down this list and highlight terms that you think are important. And once you are at a point where you're like, okay, I've highlighted enough terms, you can then take these terms and bring them in to a tool like SEMrush to find out where you are in Google. So I'm just going to filter by color. I'm going to copy these. And I'm going to paste these into SEMrush. So within SEMrush, I can take these and then just go into here and I can paste these as new keywords to track. And then when I hit add keywords to campaign, it's now tracking 10 additional keywords. So when I hit save, it will take about an hour or so. But it will then add those keywords in here and we can find out exactly where we are for these terms in whatever area you're tracking. In this case, it's Asheville, North Carolina on a mobile phone. All right. Hopefully this has been beneficial. And if you're doing SEO, be sure you're doing this. If you're not working with an SEO person, I really recommend that you sit down with somebody who knows what they're talking about, and they should be able to show you things like this when potentially working with somebody. All right. I'm Jeremy with Push Leads. It's all about getting more leads with less struggle and effort. Thanks.